Soon we will be looking up in the skies, and will it be a plane? Superman? Alien spaceships? No, it's going to be drones. During the world's largest drone conference, FAA Administrator Michael Hirota spoke about the FAA giving approval to use drones for news gathering, surveying rural areas, and spraying chemicals and pesticides on our farms. Nick, there are several companies on board that are participating in this. Recently, CNN, Pathfinder, is very interested in having drones doing surveillance for news content. Also PrecisionHawk for rural areas. And also now social media is thinking about getting involved with Google, Facebook. So this is becoming alarming. Is our whole world going to become surveillance with drones in our backyard, literally?
I honestly think it is, unfortunately. That's where we're going towards. Applied in other places, though, I think it's a great idea. For example, you mentioned spraying pesticides, which isn't good, but it's going to happen, right? It's much smarter to have a drone do it, a lightweight battery-powered drone, as opposed to a big biplane wasting fuel. If you live in Los Angeles, anywhere except Beverly Hills, you'll know how often we have helicopters going around in the sky looking for one guy. I mean, a drone can be applied there. You put a spotlight on a drone. You don't need to spend all this jet fuel for a big helicopter to go up looking for one idiot running from the police. You have a drone to do that for you. I think it can be applied practically in a lot of ways, but yes, the surveillance, that's creepy. You don't know who's watching at any time. You can't go tan topless, as I do every day on your roof. If there's drones flying over you looking at you.
And I also think for news content, we need human beings to be able to give the middleman for the message. I think that once we get into having the detachment, it's, this whole social media with connecting us more. Mm-hmm. Is it really connecting us more? Is there sort of a detachment? We become detached to the content. Is it really penetrating us? So it brings up a lot of things. Is the drone going to help us, or is it going to make us more lazy and maybe more not so efficient?
It's going to help us. It is going to help us a lot. And I must say, I'm glad that they approved this. We are behind the game. China has been doing this for quite some time. I lived there in 2012. In 2012, you don't need to get things approved in China. You want to do it, you do it. They had a cake delivery drone service. That was pretty awesome. That blew my mind because at that time, nobody was really talking about drones so much. So that was awesome, and we are behind the game, and I'm glad we did it. And that actually went on for not that long because eventually police shot down that drone because they thought it was a spy. So no more cake deliveries in Shanghai, but nonetheless, we are behind the game, and I'm glad we did it.
Well, that's another question. So how accurate can drones be with these pesticides and chemicals and content for news? Maybe we would be getting a skewed version of what really is true. If one got shot down, again, we're using them in airstrikes right now, and a few civilians cost their lives. So how accurate are these actual, depending on a robot for our content and our knowledge and spraying chemicals all over our farm? Maybe they'll spray it in places that human beings could be in.
We just got to get used to the whole robot things. People freak out. I know the CVS checkout robots suck, and we're not good at that, but let's not apply that way of thinking to all robots. I think robots will be a good thing once we get a little better at it, because we are just in the beginning, right, of machines taking over the large majority of things that we were doing just 10, 15 years ago. But we just got to get used to it. We'll get better at it. I can trust a machine to drive my car. I can trust a machine to spray my wonderful vegetables with pesticides. I don't care.
Well, movies have been using this a lot to film, but also you have to look at social media. Is our life going to become the Truman Show, where literally, if it becomes social media, everything you're doing now is not just a Twitter, but it's a drone tweet, literally? So that again, does that make it might become literally the Truman Show? So it's a little bit scary on that fact too. We'd like to hear what you think about drones controlling our world on surveillance cameras and to news, and also spraying the pesticides. Please leave your comments below, and thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to LIP TV too.